Nearly 40% of Pakistan's import bill entered the country duty-free in the outgoing fiscal year, as the government's tariff rationalization policy shifted concessions towards industrial inputs. Official data shows that imports worth $27.02 billion, or 39.2% of the total import bill, were exempt from custom duties in fiscal year 2026. The remaining $41.97 billion, or 60.8%, remained subject to import duties. The shift reflects Pakistan's attempt to reduce production costs for local industries by lowering duties on raw materials, machinery, and intermediate goods. The government is now implementing the second phase of its 5-year tariff reform plan, covering 2025 to 2030. In the latest budget, it reduced additional customs duty on more than 3,100 tariff lines and cut regulatory duties to 20% on more than 1,900 tariff lines. The biggest beneficiaries appear to be manufacturing-linked sectors. In machinery, electrical, and mechanical equipment, $7.43 billion out of $10.87 billion in imports entered duty-free. That means almost 7 out of every $10 spent on machinery imports were exempt from custom duties. Chemical products saw an even sharper pattern, with more than 80% of imports entering duty-free. The textile sector also benefited, with a duty-free imports of $3.63 billion, higher than its dutiable imports of $2.64 billion. Together, machinery, chemicals, and textiles accounted for more than $17 billion in duty-free imports, or almost two-thirds of all duty-free imports during the year. But the concessions were not spread evenly. Pakistan's largest import category, mineral products, remained mostly taxable. Of $15.8 billion in imports, around 89% attracted customs duties. Animal and vegetable fats, including edible oils, also remained overwhelmingly dutiable. Vehicles, aircrafts, and vessels continued to face duties as well. Base metals, vegetable products, plastics, and rubber products also largely remained within the dutiable regime. Customs officials say that the pattern shows a deliberate policy choice: reduce duties on production-related imports while keeping revenue collection intact from petroleum, transport equipment, edible oils, and consumer-linked categories. For Pakistan, the tariff shift is part of a wider effort to make local industry more competitive and support exports. But it also shows the balancing act facing the government: lowering costs for manufacturers without giving up too much customs revenue at a time of tight fiscal pressure. For more details, read the Dawn story linked in the description.